Jordan, as someone who's involved in commenting on the media and politics, are you watching every press conference? Because there's a lot.
No, Christ, no. Because look, what I've realized is this is the current shift. Everything is getting swept under the rug under the guise of COVID. So, for instance, the Libs just completely gutted everyone's industrial relations laws that, unions had fought 150 years for, tooth and nail. People died with those laws coming into place, and they've just stripped those away like that because everyone's currently focused on COVID. So it's never ending. There's no scrutiny on anything else that's happening. Nothing else exists in the world except COVID.
It's the war. It's our modern
I'll
war.
exploit it for the views, but it's not going to be everything that I'm covering. So I don't really, most of the time when I learn about that stuff, it's usually someone that doesn't even work for me that's out of it saying that, I don't know, did you see the press? That's how it works for me. I'm completely out of that loop. I'm done.
It's
just
tough.
like when I decided,
We sit down and watch it just to sort of see how the pollies in New South Wales, particularly people like Gladys and Brad Hazzard, the health minister, how they move around questions. And Josh, I don't know if you've seen this as well. I mean, you have a real job, so perhaps you haven't. You've been at work. But the way they maneuver themselves away from questions is hilarious. Like Gladys just goes, nah, not answering that, even though it's a fair question. And Brad, from all accounts, Brad Hazzard is a prick. That's the way he comes off, and that's basically how I've sort of formed my opinion about him. He comes across like an absolute dick, and this is the way they sit there, and then your mate Bruz, who just acts like a little mouse during these press conferences, walks in, says a few words, and then obviously he's got more important things going on than a pandemic. It's a strange thing to be a part of, to just be watching these people parade themselves to earn political brownie points every single fucking day, twice a day.
Right. Okay. And so pretty much what happens, because I've never really watched any of those things, it's kind of just like being in the royal court, is it? Where if they don't want to answer a question, they just go, no, and then just the next one, and that's the end of that.
So if I ask you a hard question, you might give me a half an answer, and then the reporter or whoever it happens to be, they go, "Oh, well, you didn't really answer the question. Can you go back and sort of cover that?" And then I've seen it with Gladys a couple of times. She just goes, "Nah, I'm not answering it." And it's like, well, everyone's stuck at home. We want answers to these hard questions. And what shits me about it is there's no one standing there disagreeing, or we're not privy to these conversations that may contain some sort of nuance where it's not just, this is what we're doing. Like there's no argument, there's no conversation or debate. And I think that's something that they're really missing out on, and it could be really beneficial if people could have some sort of form of being privy to those conversations rather than just being told this is what you're doing.
This is why I really enjoy watching Dana White's press conferences as opposed to like any politicians. Because if Dana White doesn't like a question, or if he doesn't like someone, he just tells them to fuck off straight away.
Fuck
he just
you.
tells them, yeah, you're a fucking idiot, fuck off. There's none of this like dancing around or like hiding behind questions, or they just get told to get fucked immediately. So I like that approach instead.
That's basically how they've been handling it. And I sit back there and I just go, mate, this is just fucking strange. Like I know, Jordan, you've been critical of the handling of the pandemic. What do you think the best move would have been? Would it be, if their goal is 0 cases, just to lock down straight away?
Look, I'll tell you one thing. You look at the data globally, and it is irrefutable. Any Asian country, unless they were like one of the more westernized ones like Japan or something like that, but anyone where there was just this really central dictatorial government that was like, if you've got COVID, we are walling you in your house. Fuck you getting food. Just like, welded them in.
Well, they did that. They did that in China. They were welding people in their houses.
Yeah. But the results speak for themselves, like the quick, rapid down movement of it. It's just this, the stats are irrefutable. When it comes to the economy, when it comes to health, both of these things, faster the better. Just get it over and done with, in and out. None of this prolonged stuff. The exact opposite of what Gladys Berejiklian did, which is like, I can't say lockdown because I've been shitting on Victoria for the last year and a half. We're going to have these, just stay at home. If you want, you don't have to. If you actually, you do have to. Oh, fuck, 2 weeks later. All right, we're just going to have another 2 weeks. Just that.
Yeah.
Endlessly. The whole thing never said, when Dan Andrews did it, he was just like, this is going to be a long time and this is going to suck. That was the messaging from the beginning. You just have to take the medicine. No one wants to be doing this stuff. It's just the alternative is worse. And we're not even talking about deaths, because I know that the argument always comes that you're talking about people lose suicide and all of that kind of stuff because of the loss of jobs. The loss of jobs, the loss of economic activity, of having that population that's kind of partially, no one really knows what the fuck is going on. The results are in. That is such a bigger toll on the economy than just stamping it as quickly as you can. Honestly, if I was in charge, I would have done that. I would have brought in the tanks day one, just got drones hovering anyone that was going anywhere, just like with a spotlight on them being like, what's your purpose of leaving? And then they're just like, I'm going to Coles. And it's like, carry on.